Good evening, it's Maria back with another video. It is 6:56 p.m. It is February 15th, and I just got done making dinner. Haven't actually eaten dinner yet, but I will eat it probably a little bit later. So I just kind of want to give you an update. It's been a while since I did a video, and so I did want to say that I am back at work, which I'm very happy, you know. But sometimes I do deal with depression and some of the trauma that I experienced, and I think that's normal, because, when you think about being stalked or harassed for like 20 something years consistently, that takes a toll on you. It does. It takes a toll on you. So, I try to stay as busy as I possibly can, and I find that when I get home on the weekends, it just, sometimes I just want to get out of the house. Like I really want to get out of the house because the 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 more time I have on my hands, the more things resurface. The anger resurfaces, and I get pissed off because I feel like I just wish that people would have they never did what they did, because I don't like having to justify my life, my views on life, and especially things like religion or whatever. I don't. No one should ever have to feel like their back is against the wall to exist, So, but anyway, so I was thinking and talking to another TI. I think it was like about a few weeks ago, and I've been thinking about taking my YouTube channel into a different direction, like, talking about different things. And there's a lot of different topics that I find interesting. I don't like to talk about the targeted individual thing as much, although I do think it's important for people to, understand these laws, understand these issues that relate to women, understand these issues that relate to discrimination. I'm talking about religious discrimination. I'm talking about racial discrimination. I'm talking about marital discrimination, basic employment laws, violations, and then, the issues relating to stalking and so many things. I mean, gosh, And there's times when I wake up in the night, the middle of the night, and I think, gosh, I'm surprised I'm alive because I know there were times in the past um, that I literally felt stressed like all the time, and it could take a toll on a person's health, So I'm very grateful that I'm here, but it's like, sometimes like, fuck, how? I wonder why. But anyway, and how? But yeah, so I kind of want to do different topics and stuff like that, historical events. I think everyone knows that I have an interest in the paranormal, so I do like talking about stuff like that and kind of just taking myself back to my, what do you call it? My returning to picking up where I left off is basically what my life is about right now. And so that's what I'm trying to focus on, and these times where I feel like I'm stuck at home. I don't like it. There's times I enjoy being at home, and I am a homebody, but sometimes just doing something makes me feel better. And I don't think shopping is the answer for everything, and I don't really shop a whole lot because it seems like I mean, I know there's other stores out there, but I'm just not in the shopping phase right now. And I really don't need anything. And so, but really, I just want to get out in nature if I could. And I'm trying to, get my son to take me out somewhere because I don't like driving long distances, like long distances. I try not to do that mainly because, I deal with the anxiety. I can deal with an anxiety attack. And yeah, I still experience those sometimes, so I try not to drive long distances, going here or there, these little one shot places are fine. But, so I'm, it's strange what stalking can do to a person. It is very strange what it can do to a person. It's like you're always feeling like you're looking over your shoulder, okay? And it's very stressful, because when I think of the devastating things that have happened to me in my life over the last so many years, you know. And so I know I've had somebody compliment me on my videos, telling me that, you know, my videos are very helpful and they're resourceful, and that makes me feel happy and glad that, you know, people can get some sort of help or understanding as to what's happening to them. But yeah, other than that, you know, my the moments where I'm not doing anything. You know, I would prefer to have more of an active life, you know, get out of the house and do different things. So, you know, and I kept thinking, well, maybe I go do volunteer work or something like that. But, you know, I don't know if some of the volunteer work is really something that would be good for me. You know, I know there's like homeless shelters to work in or whatever. I don't know what I'll do. But one thing is for sure, I don't like, you know, too much time on my hands. It can be very, very depressing for me. So that's something that I'm trying to work on, you know, keeping myself busy, keeping myself motivated, and keeping my spirits high. And that's hard to do sometimes, but you know, so yeah, I think things are better, but I still deal with the what do you call it, flashbacks, the moments of depression, stuff like that. It does happen, you know, and that's normal. I think it is, but I'm not in any way, you know, unable to function or anything like that. So I'm doing okay. And that's pretty much really going on with my life. I mean, um, I don't really, I kind of just take things day by day because I don't know, you know, enough about, you know, my previous perps or anything like that. I don't know, you know, because it took me a very long time for them to understand what they were doing. And I think that's the biggest issue with a lot of targeted individuals because their perps don't realize some of them do. I think a lot of them do understand the devastating effects and they know it's illegal. But I think when there's some people who have like this animosity towards you, they kind of want you to like hurt and be in pain and stuff like that. And it's very twisted. And I've seen a lot of targeted individuals talk about, you know, the suffering that goes on and how insensitive some of their perps are. So anyway, and this one lady, she did a video recently, and she was talking about it, and she doesn't like to use the term gang stalking because she believes that it is narcissistic, like abuse, and I do believe that it is narcissistic abuse, okay, but it's a result of narcissistic abuse. It's a result of someone who kind of doesn't think about the consequences and how it's going to affect the person that is um, going to suffer. You know, they're more interested in either hurting you, harming you, bullying you, taking out their aggression on you or whatever. And I also like to say that, you know, um, uh, this whole thing, I mean, I knew weird things were going on, but it did take me by surprise because you don't realize that there's people that you talk to that you know or that you're associated with or that your family or whoever has so much animosity or who has such a controlling behavior towards you and doesn't have any regard for you. And you start looking back and thinking all the times that you had like lunch with these people or you visited these people or you had some sort of like relationship with these people and these people were like conspiring against you behind your back to like make your life miserable, and then one day, you know, you're like suffering and they see you and they're not even like hang on a second. Okay, so part two. I got a little interrupted here, but anyway, I don't want to go too deeply into it, you know, but there's a lot of people who are suffering under this issue, or I call it's a program, basically, is what it is. And you know, I hope that I've been able to help people, and I know that some of the topics that I've covered on my videos are now being discussed in the workplace. I know that I believe Society of Human Resources has put out like some sort of seminar or some information on domestic stalking, which is good, which is really good. But the problem is, like I said, when it comes to things like sexual harassment, like, I had mentioned before, how managers every year or whatever, they get their training on sexual harassment, and it kind of, the information goes in one ear and out the other. They don't realize that their behavior is actually would fall under the category of sexual harassment, and it is, so I'm just hoping that, the education is starting to kind of get out there, and I'm just hoping that people will start implementing it, and that it will be more talked about, and that people will take issues of stalking more seriously, as well as, gang stalking, human trafficking. And I understand discrimination's not going anywhere. I mean, people are always going to discriminate one way or the other, but they should not, blacklist or try to bully people or try to, force people to see their way or whatever. That to me is just, when I think about people who would do that, you understand that, um, um, you understand who your true friends are, and it can disturb you, and it did disturb me for a very long time. But I think I'm over that now. I think I'm just angry that that so much of my life has been wasted on trying to figure out what's going on. Why am I dealing with these repeated patterns over and over and over and over again? And then the fact that just the fact that somebody would bully another person and then use other people to um, they would recruit other people to create trauma into your life. Okay, so yeah, I will always look at what happened to me as a hate crime. I will never be able to see it any other way. And so anytime you're a victim of a hate crime, because that's exactly what it is, you're gonna go through some stuff. So healing from within is really important right now. And so I get my moments of rest, and I try to engage in activities that are relaxing when I'm at home. But like the issue is that I am at home and I do want to get out and do more things, it's just a matter of finding things to do. So anyway, I know this is kind of a sloppy video, and there was some interruptions or whatever, but I just want to post a quick update and let everyone know that I'm doing okay, and that it's a long, a long journey to try to get back into like the bubbly, happy-go-lucky person that I used to be. And it's hard, and I may never return to that person because you dealt with something like that caused me stress on a 24-hour day basis. Caused a lot of problems. So but you do the best you can and you just keep trudging along. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.